meal prep my salmon for the week. I usually do it in more like a 5-day prep. I'm just going to show you the dinner that I just buy, like a slab of salmon or trout. In this case, it's trout. You can find it at Sam's Club for $17.13. Now that might be a bit expensive, but think about eating over the course of a week. It costs about that, if not more, to eat out. Cooking at home helps to eliminate constant spending, eliminate constant eating out, to eliminate getting overweight, to eliminate getting unhealthy. So this is well worth it in the end, the price. So before we get started, I wanted to tell you a dear friend of mine introduced me to taking warm lemon water every day. At least have a cup of lemon water and just put the lemon straight in there with the warm water. I've expanded it by adding some of my honey that is for immune system buildup, and it's actually really good. This is a powerful honey. I recommend. It's very expensive. Nevertheless, honey helps with the immunity building anyway. So the lemons, the warm lemon water to help your digestive system, but also your immune system fight off any bacteria or viruses that might enter it. So I'm drinking mine. Okay, so what you will need. So I've gotten to the point where I don't cook my salmon in a pan anymore. I use aluminum foil. It eliminates me having to wash dishes. So this is what I use as a pan. So you will need that. Also, I use butter, mellow, and I use a bit of water, and which I will grab in a second, and some grapeseed oil, or you can do olive oil. So I use a rub to rub my salmon top coat. This helps keep all of the juices into the seasoning and all the seasoning into the juices, if that makes sense. So this is a good rub. I've used this one for about a year now. This brand is pretty consistent. It's not too salty, and it gives your salmon life. Grab my water for my fish. I use purified water in most everything. Just because it makes the food taste fresh. The only thing I'm not going to use filtered water in is my jasmine rice, which is the side that I've chosen for this particular meal prep, with a little bit of quinoa. So I like to blend them, or I'll use brown rice, but jasmine rice is a little bit better for you. So I combine the two. I have my veggies over here, and I'm going to cut them up on these, okay? Then I have the veggies that will be the side. I always like to get fresh vegetables so that I can have that fresh taste even when it's cooked or it's been in the fridge for 3 days. Yeah, so fresh. Then I have my mushrooms, which I'm going to use, and then all my seasonings. Black pepper, of course, some parsley flakes, I've got that seasoning salt, I got some garlic powder, and I've got some lemon pepper. A lot of people don't know for fish, lemon is a flavor enhancer. So I use lemon pepper to enhance the flavor of my salmon. Then I also wash my salmon in lemon, a fresh lemon. I use the whole thing, and then I put the thing down in the drain, in the garbage disposal, so that it could clean the edges and the crevices of the garbage disposal. Okay, So now that I've gotten you excited about my meal prep, I'm going to get started. Okay, so with my vegetables, I like to wash them in this veggie spray. It helps with the bacteria and that gloss that's over the vegetables and fruit. So we have our red bell pepper. I'm gonna sit that over there. We've got our orange, and I love to have color because color signifies health and warmth and nutrition. So I am a colorful bowl. Our vegetation is complete. We do have our mushrooms. So I'm just going to, I usually put these on their whole, but today I'm gonna like break them down just a bit, just to keep from having too much stuff on there. Okay, so now we're ready for the next step, which is the aluminum foil. Again, this is trout, not salmon this time. Next time I will make, smell it a little bit. That's how it looks after it's come out of the package. So it's pretty big in size. So we got the front, the back, and the front. So I'm going to wash it here first. I'm just rinsing because the washing part takes place when I use the lemon. So we'll move this out of the way for a little bit because, and then we're going to apply the aluminum foil, large strips, about, you kind of have to eye this one, just about as large as you think the salmon is. You don't go all the way to the edges. You do a little bit bigger than the salmon or the fish, so that, I say salmon a lot because I always usually cook salmon. So we have one that is shorter, which will be our inside pan. Okay, then we'll take another one the size of the first one we cooked, which will be the outer pan. Okay. And I have a really small kitchen, so I do what I can. So then I flatten it very, very good on the counter. Then I take my lemon, I slice it, I leave 1/2 there. That's to squeeze over it after I've placed it. And then I cut this into maybe three of these small ones that will lie on the salmon, and then I use the other half to clean the salmon. Okay, so now bringing my salmon or my trout over to the sink, I'm still able to lay that in there. I'm going to use the tray, and then I squeeze the lemon over the trout, and then I cut my lemon a little bit more because I'm going to turn it inside out. So I take it and I turn it inside out, and then I take it and I rub the lemon over the salmon. Goes front and back, all manners of tips, and then I rinse it off. So, and lemon tends to be a bit strong for the fish, so I make sure that I rinse it very lightly because it'll start to dissolve. Okay, so once I do that, I let it drain a little bit, holding it there. Then I lay the slab right there, and then I throw these inside of the garbage disposal like I said. And then I take that first slice of lemon and I just sprinkle it over that and my veggies. I want that taste to come out. Okay, and then before I do anything else, I start the seasoning process. So now I take my rub, just a bit, and I sprinkle it. Just, you have to eye this, you know. There's no right or wrong way. You know, you don't want too much, and you want enough to cover the entire fish. So I make it enough, and then I pat the spread all over the trout. There we go. So now the entire thing is lightly seasoned with the spread. Then I wash my hands, and I'm very hands-on with it. I touch it and I wash and I rinse every single time. I take some garlic salt. I go down the entire salmon, up and back again 4 times very lightly. And then I take my pepper, black pepper, and then this I go all the way down it once, and then again twice, and then one more time, 3. Well, that was 4 times. 4. Okay, so then I take my parsley, and there's no limit to this one. I usually have fresh parsley that I cut up, but today, since I don't have that, I'm gonna use this. Then I take some garlic and herb. Hence, I am using a lot of garlic. Well, I like garlic products. Not a lot of garlic, but you just put this onto your content. There's no salt in this, so you're okay. Then I take my lemon pepper. This one is the most important one for me. And then I endow it with my pepper as much as I want. So you don't have to do that much. But for me, that's what I like. So I got some garlic powder. I'm only going to sprinkle a tiny bit once over that. And then I take my Lipton seasoning salt. And I take it over once, twice, and then I'm done. That's the seasoning. Now, the reason I put this much seasoning over it is because I have no seasoning on my veggies. So my veggies are going to be kind of... they're bland, okay? They have a little lemon juice that I put on it, and that's it. So I'm going to take just a tad bit more of this and sprinkle it in the bowl. That's just a tiny light covering. Then I'm going to mix my veggies up. All manner of flavors coming together to make one nicely colorful trout. Alright, so then I take it and I put it on, and I just endow it. I cover it pretty much the entire thing with the veggies. I put all of the veggies if I can, but I save a few for like other things, but for the most part this is what this is for. So I endow this so that it cooks in this. So this is like one of my signature meal preps. I love making this particular meal prep. And I'm going to throw in some more of these because I just absolutely love mushrooms. Like, they are so good. So here's the end result. Now I'm going to take just a scoop of butter. I'm not even going to put a lot of this. So I have my spoon. Just going to take a dab to put at the edge of each area and a little on the top, and that's it. That was just a half a spoon. You don't need a lot of that. Then I'll take my grapeseed oil or my olive oil and I'll sprinkle it because this needs to cook. The veggies is going to need some type of lubrication or they'll burn.
It's me, kjoyATR. Just being random. So random. So random. So damn random. Sometimes it's feminism, sometimes it's not. A little bit of black power, a little bit of rock, a little bit of country, a little bit of pop. Add business, yoga, and my heels to the top. Wearing many hats, man. I'm so